Hey, Nickie Brown here, no matter where you are, no matter what part of the world you're in. I hope that you're having a good day. So, I was talking to a guy at work yesterday, and um, I have a very physically demanding job, right? And he was saying, so based on the job application, you say that you can do this job. You say that you can lift up to 70 pounds with no problem, right? And that is what the application says. He said, but some of these men don't realize that morally they should help women out, right? Because our bodies cannot physically handle this weight like a man's can. In general, every woman is different. I'm just speaking for those of us who acknowledge that we don't have man strength, basically. That's what I'm going to call it, man strength. So he was like, morally, I I help women out because I have a mother. I have a daughter. I have other female relatives, and I would want someone to treat them the same way. I have a wife, and I would want somebody to treat them the same way. And so that's all it is. Like, some men do have those old fashioned morals and values, and some do not. And they'll in a minute say, oh, well, y'all asked for women's rights. That's so stupid because many of us weren't even born when that happened. We didn't ask for that. Right? Yes, we want to be treated with respect. Yes, we want to be able to, earn a living without being dependent on someone who's going to manipulate and abuse us in some way. Right? That's all it was about. And a lot of men who don't understand that, oh, that's because of feminism. I don't give, who cares? Right? Do you have respect for women to the point where morally you cannot allow yourself to watch a woman struggle without trying to help her? Whether that's someone you're screwing or not. Because it should not have to be your wife or some other woman that you're screwing for you to be helpful. Right? And I'm 50. Some of these young men are in their 20s and 30s. And oh, well, she got the job. It's so ignorant. Even myself, when I see someone older than I am, I will hold the door open. I will even ask, if it's an older woman, if she's carrying something heavy, do you need help? That's as a woman. So if it comes to a man, if I were dating someone and he doesn't even have that courtesy for other women, like there are some times where you'll see a man, he'll shut the door, he'll open the door for his woman and just let the door close and could see that another woman is coming behind him. That's so wrong. And it's not to say that you have to hold the door open for everybody, but there's no morals there. There's no code. There's no respect for women in general. And that is important. If a person would do it to you, if the person will do it to somebody else, they'll eventually do it to you. Right? So then he also said, because he was talking about he bought his wife some of the Ray-Ban glasses, right? And I set up, I have a pair. They're not Ray-Bans, they're another brand, right? And he said, well, maybe one day you'll let a man buy you stuff, right? And basically what that means is maybe you'll be in a relationship soon. Like, that was his metaphorical way of saying that, right? So my response was, but it goes back to what you said, right? Where are the men with the morals and values? And I know that they're out there, but they seem to be very far and few in between. Some people don't know how to respect women because they were never taught, because they had no positive examples of a manhood growing up. They only had their mother, who yelled and screamed all the time because that was the only way she felt like she could get through to him. And I I did that, right? I raised a male child, and when they don't listen to you, women start to yell, um or maybe even resort to physical violence. Um Whereas a lot of times with a man, if a man says something, the child will do it immediately. And this happened even when my child was a baby. When his father said something, he did it immediately. If I said something, I had to keep saying it over and over again. So it kind of rolls into once they become, teenagers. Um, so for me, it's not about, oh, just pick somebody that will do things for you. No, there's a lot more to it than that. There's that saying that you have to teach people how to treat you. But there's a thin line between teaching somebody how to treat you and raising somebody else's son. Because there's a lot of, who is it? Tony Gaskin says there's a lot of grown boys, right? There's another one. What's his name? I can't remember his name right now. Wesley. Uh, I don't remember. He's a former pastor. Um, yeah. But anyway, my phone's ringing. I hope that this information was helpful to you. If you would like to discuss it, let's do so in the comments. Love y'all.